Daniela Monet is the latest former child actor to call out Nickelodeon.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shocking facts about Nickelodeon.
My whole childhood and adolescence were very exploited. There were cases where people had the best intentions and maybe didn't know what they were doing, and also cases where they did.
For this list, we'll look behind the scenes at the Nickelodeon network. The people, the shows, the things you saw, and the things you didn't. What do you think? We double dog dare you to leave us a comment below. Number 10. How did GAC get its name?
Seconds, yes, come on over, because you've got 7 seconds to do it, and if you pull on it, yes, they did it, ladies and gentlemen, with 3 seconds remaining!
Double Dare was one of Nickelodeon's most popular shows of the late 80s and early 90s, and one reason for that had to be the slime, or as they called it on the show, GAC. In fact, the stuff was so popular they even created a product version to sell in stores that was gooey and squishy and, because when is this not funny to kids, made fart noises.
What is GAC?
GAC is great stuff. Oozy.
But where did the name come from? Well, the truth is, GAC is a term for heroin. While some have said that the creators of the show were unaware when they named it, Double Dare host Mark Summers has since admitted otherwise.
Heidi, how old are you?
13.
13. What I'm going to ask you to do is to jump in this boat and go to the other side. If you get all gacked up, I'll give you a whole outfit, okay?
Number 9. Dora the Plaintiff.
We're going to have a big dance show for all of our friends and families. Do you like to dance?
Over the course of 8 seasons and 178 episodes of Dora the Explorer, Dora did a whole lot of exploring. And it turns out, one of the things she explored was her contract with Nickelodeon. Throughout the run of the series, Dora was voiced by 3 different actresses, the second of which was Caitlin Sanchez, who was passed the baton in 2008. In 2010, however, Sanchez would explore the court system when she sued Nickelodeon, claiming she had been tricked into signing a terrible contract that deprived her of millions of dollars that should have gone to her.
Yay! We stopped Swiper!
She cited many unpaid work hours, as well as only receiving $40 for promo appearances.
The water's coming from that fountain! Oh, the fountain's crying!
Number 8. Rocco's eccentric employment.
Hell, maybe we should try somewhere else.
Yeah, sure. There must be dozens of quality establishments along this road.
Rocco's Modern Life was an animated show on Nickelodeon that ran through the mid-90s. It earned many of its laughs, and much of its controversy, from the adult humor it employed throughout its 4 seasons.
And there's the biggest processed cheese, then Purvis, and more motels with wiggle beds?
Much of its humor came in the form of innuendos, like the time Rocco got a job working as a telephone operator for what was obvious to any adult watching, a phone sex hotline. If Rocco's chorus of "Oh baby" didn't give it away, surely the sign on the wall saying "Be hot, be naughty, be courteous" left no doubts.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
Number 7. Avon Jogia doesn't remember anything from Victorious.
Robbie and I have a thing at a place.
You'd think that an actor who spent 3 years on a series would remember at least one storyline from their show. But according to a TikTok post by actor Avon Jogia, who played Hollywood Arts high schooler Beck Oliver on Victorious, that isn't necessarily the case. While he claimed to remember going out and partying, the plotlines from the sitcom largely slipped his mind. Come on, Beck. What about the one where everyone gets stuck in the RV during the heat wave? Or the earthquake one? Or the giant cupcake fiasco? Surely you remember the giant cupcake fiasco.
What was that?
I think we got a flat tire.
Number 6. The guy who made explicit content before Nickelodeon shows.
You kids can't do this without the lights on.
Dedicated Nick fans will know Jonathan Butler as the guy who wrote a few episodes of Fanboy and Chum Chum, and co-created the teen cheerleader turned high school quarterback series Bella and the Bulldogs.
Oh, bring it, Dawson.
I always do.
Here we go.
However, you know what they say, everyone's gotta start somewhere. Before Butler was writing and creating shows for the channel that billed itself as the first kids network, he got his start writing, directing, and producing a softcore adult flick that is, as you might guess, definitely not kid-friendly.
All right, the unofficial playoffs are on. Y'all ready?
Oh yeah!
Number 5. Sexy Didi drawings.
Oh, look, it started.
Stall walls are usually home to phone numbers, Sharpie slander, and some surprisingly deep poetry conjured up by broken-hearted souls. What's not super common, however, are not safe for work drawings of cartoon characters you animate for a living. Back in the day at Nickelodeon Studios, there were reports of some suggestive illustrations of Didi Pickles, the mother of Tommy and Dill in Rugrats, posted up in the bathroom.
Well, my name is Didi. Didi Pickles. Not a goddess, a woman.
We just hope there were no kids running around those stalls. Talk about never seeing Rugrats the same again.
I guess not finding my inner goddess power isn't the end of the world.
But Didi, you just did.
Number 4. Daniela Monet eating a pickle.
Hey, why'd you kill my volume?
When it comes to content on a show that could be deemed inappropriate, it's usually the network people trying to censor something and not a performer raising concerns about their own work. But that's exactly how it went down on Victorious when actress Daniela Monet contacted the network about a scene that had her applying lip gloss and eating a pickle.
Corey! What? I want something.
She expressed her concerns to Nickelodeon that the scene was maybe too sexual, but they aired the episode without addressing Monet's complaint at all. Remember, this is a show for teens with teenage characters on a network for kids. Not really the place for any kind of sexual and sexualized content.
Okay.
Number 3. The network treated their young talent terribly.
We created Nickelodeon to be entertaining and stimulating.
These days, there are quite a few laws in place protecting young actors. Back during the network's beginnings, however, not so much, and Nickelodeon took full advantage of that. We're talking kids working 12-hour days for relatively low pay and getting no return on the back end with any kind of royalties.
There you go. What I meant to say is sometimes you'll forget some of the whips. No, okay, I meant to say the words. Sometimes you'll forget the words, and you'll leave out an important cabbage.
The latter would have really paid off for some actors, given that, in those early years, they were constantly replaying shows like You Can't Do That on Television in order to fill so many hours of programming.
Listen to this valuable piece of advice. There is nothing to fear but fear itself.
Fear itself? Don't say that.
Number 2. Jennette McCurdy is embarrassed.
I'm gonna be a race car driver, so no need school, right? Yeah, good point.
For a long time in the mid-aughts, Jennette McCurdy was a mainstay of the Nickelodeon teen sitcom genre. She had small roles in shows like Zoe 101 and Victorious, but her big break came when she was cast as Sam Puckett in iCarly, a role that continued with the spin-off series Sam and Cat.
Why is there a battery in my burrito?
While Puckett and the other roles she's played hold a special place in the hearts of fans, McCurdy doesn't seem to have quite the same love for them. On a 2021 episode of her podcast, she acknowledged that she was ashamed of parts she'd played in the past, adding that she felt they were cheesy and embarrassing.
So dumb.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. A Few Bad Men.
Jennette writes about being, quote, photographed in a bikini at a wardrobe fitting and being encouraged to drink alcohol by an intimidating figure she simply calls the creator.
Dan Schneider created multiple hit Nick shows, including The Amanda Show, Drake and Josh, and Zoe 101. It's fair to say he was more responsible for the network's success in the 2000s than almost anyone. However, it's also fair to say he had a bad temper and was very difficult to work with. While an internal investigation didn't find any evidence of misconduct, rumors of inappropriate behavior had circulated for years.
So I got iCarly, I got Victorious, I got Kenan Thompson, all in one 90-minute TV special.
Worse than that was Brian Peck, who worked at Nickelodeon in the early 2000s. In 2004, he was found guilty of lewd acts involving an unnamed child actor. Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.